Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, some big news for some Caribbean ports as well as some relief heading to New Orleans in the shape of a cruise ship. Right now, the Bahamas Paradise cruise line, which has one ship, has set sail and has been blocked off now for 60 days. They are canceling 60 days worth of cruises and possibly 90 days because they've signed a 60-day agreement where they are with Entergy, which is the power company, and they are going to be housing engineers and workers and support workers all in the cleanup effort after Hurricane Ida down in New Orleans area. They say this will really help speed up the progress of getting electricity and things back working in the area that has so been devastated by the hurricane. I also said it was 90 days. That's because they signed for 60 days, but there's also a 30-day option by Entergy if they need to extend that another 30 days to make sure the cleanup is done and they have housing for their workers and their support staff. It's much easier to put somebody on a cruise ship that's self-contained and self-powered and has all the food and everything needed than trying to put workers in different camps and hotels and everything. It goes so much easier for everybody involved, and good on Bahamas Paradise for stepping up and doing that, although I do know it was a bidding process, so they did win the bid for this contract work. Out in the Caribbean, the British Virgin Islands, we have an announcement. They are foregoing the cruise ship test. So if you are landing in the British Virgin Islands on a cruise ship, you do not have to wait around in port and get tested. At least that's what's coming out so far that I'm reading. And that does not go for everybody else visiting. So if you're flying into the British Virgin Islands on a holiday, a land holiday, you do need to get tested once you arrive. Once you've been tested, then you are free to roam as long as you have a negative test around the island. Cruise ships, however, will be strictly monitored and be put into what they're calling a bubble, where only certain areas will be open to cruise line passengers, only certain excursions, and they will have to follow many rules that you might not have to follow if you flew in on a land. But this is kind of their compromise with the cruise line, saying, you know, you follow the bubble and we guide it that way. We'll see how that works, instead of getting tested in the cruise port when you arrive and adding another timeline and another wait for cruise passengers who just want to get off and enjoy the island. Royal Caribbean had a little bit of interesting news as they were talking about their update with the Oasis of the Seas that just set sail on the 5th. That marks their 13 out of 26 ships that are now sailing. So they're halfway there. But during this joyous announcement that they were talking about, the CEO, Mr. Bailey, also announced that they are planning a much hullabaloo, shall we say, upgrade on Perfect Day at CocoK, a new area called Hideaway Beach that is set to be an experience unto itself. And he says, you heard it here first. And what are the details? What are the details on Hideaway Beach? Well, it's coming. That's all we know. We don't know if it's an adult-only area. We don't know if it's a luxury area like the over-the-water bungalows. We don't know if it's a ride area. We don't know anything other than it's being announced and it's coming. So, yeah, well, it's something. Quickly, before I get into the other news stories, let me just invite you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Really does help the channel. It tells YouTube, hey, people are watching this video. Why don't you let more people know about it? And that's basically what it does. It doesn't cost you anything extra. It doesn't subscribe you to anything. It's not an email list. It just helps the channel out, and I would really appreciate it. Carnival Cruise Line. Carnival Cruise Line just recently announced their vaccine status and requirements. are now being extended all the way to the end of December. So the end of 2021, those will be in place. The testing, however, at the cruise ports is still only set until the end of October. However, most of us are pretty much expecting that to continue to the end of the year as well. But as of right now, it is just the vaccine requirement is extended to the end of the year, and I guess we'll see where we are come New Year's, where we are in the pandemic as far as the virus is concerned. And now a staple in the Caribbean of a cruise port that a lot of people love to go to, St. Kitts, is finally getting ready to welcome cruise ship and cruise ship passengers back to her shores. It will be the very first ship to arrive will be on September 14th. The Celebrity Equinox will arrive in St. Kitts, marking off the start of the cruise ship season. That's good news. That's another cruise port that's opening. We didn't lose the British Virgin Islands. Also in the British Virgin Islands, when they were talking about whether or not they're going to have this cruise bubble and testing and everything, they said had they not come up with this agreement and the cruise ships stopped coming and go someplace else just this season, they would have lost about $10 million in tourism. So that's one of the reasons they decided to work with the cruise lines and come up with their idea of a safety bubble. And that's pretty much what you got to do nowadays. It's because nothing's going away, it doesn't seem. Nothing seems to be disappearing anywhere. So we have to learn to work things out and cooperate with each other in different areas. And so that's a good thing that British Virgin Islands and St. Kitts are now reopening. Exciting news a little bit, I guess. Hideaway Beach for a perfect day at CocoK. I just wish they would have come out with more details about exactly what it is. Right now, I don't know whether to tell my customers, hey, if you're looking for a luxury thing to do, you can do this coming up in the near future. Or if you're looking for a fun family thing to do, you can do this new thing. I don't know, because they basically gave us zero details other than saying, here it comes. We're going to be having something, so stand by. So speaking of stand by, well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.